y'all. So I am super excited because I have been waiting on this deck for months, right? So this is the Afro Goddess Oracle card deck. It is actually Lenormand Tarot, and I've been following the Afro Goddess for some time. She has other tarot decks, but when she created the Lenormand Tarot, I instantly had to buy it. Now, one of the reasons why I brought this deck is because in September I went to Cairo, Egypt, and they lost my luggage. Yay! And so I then lost 6 decks of tarot, which was just heartbreaking. But the Lord works in mysterious ways, and I was able to purchase different tarot decks, which I really feel like have aligned with me. But one of the decks that I haven't replaced as of yet is Lenormand Tarot. I had like a multicultural Lenormand Tarot deck, and I had been waiting to get this deck right here. Immediately ordered this after I came back from Cairo because it has Black people. And Lenormand Tarot is a European gypsy oracle card deck. And while I respect the origins, sometimes I have clients of color who just want to see themselves depicted. And also I do find that the Lenormand Tarot decks that have people of color in them are like a little bit more rich in color, whereas some of these old style Lenormand Tarot decks will have more pastel colors because it represents like these antique art in general, right? So I'm gonna do an unveiling in front of you. This is the packaging here. The Afro Goddess Tarot. It looks just like it did in the email, and she signed it. Kelsey, for here lies the power of the 12th moon and sun. Ooh, just got a little. It's got a little chills, some chills. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, what is this? What is this? A little thing slipped out? A little thing? Oh, I think this is her business card. All right, business card, go on with it. I think it's also a magnifying glass at the same time. That's quite interesting. Might have to get some tips there. Okay. I'm thinking of that meme. There's a meme online where it shows witches and their new tarot decks, and the guy is making pleasure faces, which it's actually porn, but it feels like pleasure. But anyway, ignore that. Okay. All right, Lenormand Tarot, just come through. Lenormand Tarot. Okay, let me come through, Lenormand Tarot. Do we see first card? Black woman, Afro, the rider, things happening quickly, resolution. Resolution. This is movement forward. The horse faces the right in this tarot deck, this Lenormand Tarot deck, and they actually look like oracle cards now. Black hands, clover. Let's just go through all of them. This is the ship, the house, beautiful, the tree, the clouds. That's really that's interesting. The clouds. Yes, artistry, come through. The snake. That's pretty cool. Yeah, because the snake itself means like deception, secrets, truth delivered without tact. And I really like the artistry on this. I definitely got the deception and the secrets coming out, right? The coffin, okay? Sarcophagus, right? Then we've got the bouquet. Okay, The sheaf, Grim Reaper holding the sheaf. All right, black woman with the curves. Okay. Then we've got the whip. That's beautiful. I've never seen that before. This is the whip. The whip means conflict and discord. The birds. The child. Aww. All right. The fox. Okay, this says the black fox. I wonder if there's multiple foxes in here. Okay, black fox, come through. The bear. The star. This is beautiful. It's like a African scenery. Then we have the stork. The dog. Okay. That's beautiful. Huh, interesting. It's interesting because so the depiction is of a black woman and a dog. And when you read, so Lenormand Tarot is based off of old ideas of gender norms. And when you read tarot now, if it shows up as a lesbian relationship, it's typically the woman next to a dog. And the dog represents friends, loyalty, companionship. But the dog being next to the woman could represent a lesbian relationship. So I just think it's interesting that this shows up together in depiction. It's just interesting. The tower. Okay. The tower. The garden. All right, garden. Black woman in the garden. This is beautiful. What? The mountain. Okay, mountain. Okay, mountain. The crossroads. Right? Crossroads. The mice. Irritations and annoyances. They look like irritating mice too. The heart. That's interesting. The heart and all its valves. The ring. All right. No, now get married. Okay. The book. What do these books say? Alchemy, Anthology of the Fallen, African History, Ancestry, and Tarot 101. What do the other books say? Soul Food, Yoni Magic. Yeah, come on. Come through. Come through. Here, the letter. Those are important. The letter. The God. So this is the man, but excuse me, the God coming through. Okay. All right. Black man is God. The goddess. All right. Let's hold them up next to each other. The God and the goddess. All right. It's beautiful. Oh, that's interesting. So the goddess is the moon and the god is the sun, which is like in many African centered religions and cultures, right? The lily, this is beautiful. Yeah, the lily, this is authenticity, sincerity, the truth. The sun. This one, that's interesting. So I think with the sun, I see that it's written, but I might feel a connection here to some of the other imagery because the sun shows up in multiple cards. So I'm going to need to take a look at multiple cards and see if there's some themes there. But here we have the moon. That's beautiful. The key. Okay. All right, the key. And at the top is the ankh. Okay. The fish. This is the abundance. Money. Everybody likes this card. Money. The fish. The anchor. Okay. Temporary transitions. the anchor. All right. I know there's something about the back, which I'll tell you at the end. The cross. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of struck at this card because it is a Black woman holding up the cross, and typically, you know, you think about culture, societal things, Black women typically bear the cross and the burden, especially when it comes to standing up for Black people in this day and age. And then we've also, in America at least, and maybe in other parts of the diaspora, we've been more matriarchal, right? Because Black women have had to hold up the family, especially like after enduring slavery. Oh, and here's the cross, which is depicted as the Ankh, because the Ankh is the original cross anyway. Okay, I really like this deck. One of the things that I saw as I was going through it is the back of the cards has like Africa. Oh, that's this deck. And as you can see, I got Africa in the background. This deck is beautiful. I think I'm gonna do my first reading here. Let's do, what will be the results of the presidential election 2020 U.S. United States presidential election? Calling on the ancestors and spirit guides, those who are listening, those who need to hear it. What will be the results of the U.S. 2020 presidential elections? Oh, these cards got some energy here. Okay. Results of the 2020 presidential elections. 2020 presidential elections. Please answer this in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Let's do a 5-card spread. Okay, the fish, the anchor, the bouquet, and the sheath. Wait, one more card, the whip. Ooh, child. All right, let me try to interpret, okay? See how these cards read. So the fish and the anchor. So the fish followed by the anchor is talking about money being in suspension. So I think if we talk about like U.S. society right now, financially, we're definitely in a suspended state because the economy has definitely taken a hit, and you know, with President Trump saying he's going to hold off on a stimulus package until after the election, you know, I do feel like this is also picking up on some of that energy. And so the fish and the anchor together, if you look at it, the fish is going towards the anchor. So I do feel like a lot of the American public, their options are being influenced right now by money, right? People are concerned about their economics and the stability of their economics. And that leads into the bouquet, followed by the sheath, okay? So the bouquet is talking about an abundance of options, followed by the sheaf. And the sheaf represents cutting things out, separations. It's interesting because here in the depiction, the moon is in the background. So the moon is bringing things to a close. Let me actually... Okay, I'm sorry. I just pulled out the book that came with this oracle deck. And this woman has timing. This woman has timing for each card. All right. Well, let me go to numero 10, the ace, the sheath. 10 days, 10 months, 10 years. The sheath. I'm interested in the moon depiction. So it says, pay attention, goddess. This one's going to be quick. A quick motion is coming, so be warned. However, not necessarily fearful. Yes, the sheath can represent accidents and unexpectedly painful endings. However, it can also illuminate you quickly, releasing something that has held negative energy over your path. So be it the quick ending you bring to a dysfunctional relationship or fast removal of yourself from a stagnant situation or environment. Know that the scar from this cut is going to be permanent. It might be beautiful, it might be ugly, but it will most definitely be both an end that leads to a beginning. If it's in love, you may be making the decision to leave a union soon or release aspects of the union that are no longer working. If it's career, you may be leaving a job soon, either by choice or by force. It may hurt at first, but this experience will cause you to be stronger in your new opportunities because of it. Exhale and release. Health issues with teeth or mouth, possible surgery or some sort is coming. So with the bouquet in the sheath, so, this is for entertainment purposes only, but I do think that this is talking about cutting people out of office right now. I think so, after having multiple options being presented, because the bouquet is like a courting, right? It's like being courted, being influenced or persuaded by beauty, by things, presenting itself to you to bring you in, right? And that's the whole election process, right? So then when the sheep comes up, it seems like after being courted or swayed or moved in one direction over the other, someone loses their seat in office. So we just hope so. But that is also combined with the whip card. So that means that this is not exactly going to be the easiest leaving of office, but it will be swift. There's going to be disagreement around leaving of office. I just want to see the cards under because, Lenormand is about cards in relationship to each other. The cards under are all positive. We've got the birds, the child, the stork, the dog, and the star. So I'm seeing renewed sense of loyalty and hope after the election, something beginning. But there's going to be some conflict from the person that loses their seat in office. But I do feel like the stork is a loss of someone's seating. It may even be a conflict over the results. So I do feel like the results would not be in Donald Trump's favor, but he's not going out like that, right? He's not just gonna be like, yeah, you can have the office. That's not what these cards are saying. But ultimately, I don't think he is gonna get away with like what George Bush did, back in the day where he recounted everything. I don't think that's going to happen. But I am seeing underneath is some renewed faith, some renewed hope. At least I'm getting that information off of what the sheath, which has the moon in it, is saying in relation to the cards surrounding it. So that's my prediction. Don't shoot the messenger. Take your issue up with God. And that is the unboxing of the Afro Goddess Lenormand Oracle Tarot deck. This is beautiful. And so if you are a client, I now have people of color for Lenormand Tarot, so come see me. Bye.